Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So I have another bridal inspired makeup today. If you'd like to see how I got from this to this, please keep on watching.
You enchant me even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down.
To start off, I am priming her face and I'm using the Rimmel London Fix and Perfect Face Primer. I am using my brush to push that primer into her skin. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel and also don't forget to press the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when next I upload a new video. So when I'm done with priming her face, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Liquid Illuminator and I'm going to dot that on areas of the face I want to highlight, and I'm going to use my brush to blend that into her skin. Once I'm done blending that into the skin, I'll be taking my foundation and I'm using MAC Studio Fix foundation. I think this is in the shade NC43. I'll be putting the exact shade I used in the description bar below, and I'll be blending that into the skin. First of all, I'm stippling that into her skin with my brush, and then I'll be going into the blending sponge to blend that out.
You lift my heart up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them.
I take my time to blend the foundation into the skin properly because I don't want any patchiness before I start highlighting and contouring the face. So getting a smooth canvas is very important before you move on to other things. So take your time, don't rush it, just blend, keep blending and going back and forth until you achieve what you desire. For highlighting, I used the Ferracucci concealer palette to highlight her face. So I highlighted underneath her eyes, down the bridge of her nose, her forehead, the cupid's bow and the jaw, and I'm using my black opal stick foundation. This is in beautiful bronze. I'm using that to contour her face, and I'm applying that with my brush, and I'll also be blending that out with my brush, but I'll also be going back later with my beauty sponge to blend everything together so that I don't have any harsh lines.
I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found.
So next up, after I'm done blending the foundation and the highlights with the contours and I'm satisfied with the way it looks, I'm going to start setting the face, and I'll be using my Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I'm using a brush because I don't want to bake. I just want to set those areas with powder, and I want it to be as light as possible. I'm going to apply lots of powder underneath her eyes just to catch fallout when I apply my eyeshadow, but this is pretty much what I'm going to do. And I'm going to set her entire face as well with the powder before going in with her regular face powder.
I think we're close enough. Could I liken your love, baby? I feel we're close enough. I wanna liken your love. I think we're close enough. Could I liken your love, baby?
So next I'm moving to the eyes, and I'm using, as usual, my NYX base in skin tone. I'm using this to prime her eyes as well as serve as a base for my eyeshadow. So the eyeshadow palette I'll be using for this look is the Juvia's Place Magic palette. I love the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. I really love them. They're so bomb and so pigmented. So I'm starting off with a color here. It's called Kessie. I don't know if it's Kessie or Keshi. Keshi should have H in it if it's supposed to be Keshi, but I think it's Kessie. So I'm applying that shade all over her lid. I just want to have like a natural look with this. It looks a bit much now, but when I blend everything out, it looks toned down and nice. So I'm moving on to that shade called Nana, and I'll take the shade and put that into her transition area. So I'm using that Nana to blend out the edges of the color I applied to her lid, and then just to make the just to give like a soft transition effect, if you know what I mean.
I won't let go again. Got you shackled in my embrace. I'm latching on to
Taking the Sleek Contour Kit in dark, I will be setting the areas that I contoured earlier on with my black opalstick foundation with that contour kit. So I'm just trying to define her bones and bring some definition and shadow back to the face. I already set all the areas we applied concealers to, so it's just befitting that we set the areas that we applied cream contour to. The thing about cream contouring is that when you do cream contouring, you have to set it with powder as well. But if you don't want all that extra stress, you can just go ahead and do powder contouring. Now I am using the House of Tara powder palette, and I'm using that to, you know, set the rest of her face. Initially I dusted off all the excess powder that I had on her face with it, and then I'm using it to like set the other parts of the face and also blend all the harsh lines between the highlight here and the contours. So I'm using it to blend out those edges so I don't see any harsh lines when I'm done. I added lashes to this look off camera. This is Aijay lashes. It's my own personal lash line, and this is in the style Twale. I wanted something that would bring drama to the eyes because the eye look was already so simple already, and this lash style just does exactly that. I also did her brows off camera. highlighting, I'm using the Colourpop Super Shock highlighters. These highlighters, I really love them. They are so creamy, they feel like butter when you touch them, so buttery when you touch them, and they are so pigmented. I use that to define her cheekbones. I put that in her tear duct area, on her cupid's bow. I put it on her nose as well, just for the extra shine. It looks like I'm using an illuminator or something like that, because it's not like it doesn't really have all these particles that when you use highlighters now you are seeing like all these particle things at the top and stuff like that. This one doesn't look like that. It doesn't feel like that. It just glides on smoothly. I really like them. Now I'm moving on to her eyeliner. I'm using, as usual, that is Rimmel's Candle Eyes eyeliner in black. For lips, I am using the Colourpop lip stain. This is in the shade Solo. I'm not sure if that's Solo or not, but I will put the exact shade in the description bar below. I'm using this to outline her lips, after which I'll be taking the Debbie Loster lip stain as well. This is Bubble Gum. I am applying this with a precise eyeshadow blending brush. I realized that these allow for even distribution, unlike when you use the regular lip brushes. So that brings us to the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also click the notification bell. It enables you to get notifications when I post a new video. And also, let's be friends on my social media platforms. It's Makeupbyaijay on Instagram, Twitter, and on Snapchat. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I won't let go again. Got you shackled in my embrace. I'm latching on you.